Hi, my name is Megan Fitch, and I've been a Girl Scout for close to 20 years. I also received my Gold Award when I was in high school. In my time in Girl Scouts, I really loved camping and being outside in nature. This led me to get a degree in college studying environmental science. I then graduated and got a job in the aerospace industry, and I now work as a human spaceflight specialist for the Aerospace Corporation. Our goal is to get astronauts back to the moon and eventually to Mars in the next couple decades. Also working with me on these videos are former Girl Scouts Sydney Blair, Lauren Hanley, and Holly Fitch, and we will be showing you all about living in space on the International Space Station.
Hello, thank you, Megan. This is Sydney, and I am here to tell you about my experience as a Girl Scout. Although I have limited time in the Girl Scouts as a brownie, my favorite patch was a car care patch. It taught me about the logic of an engine and how to problem solve. I have gone on to get a degree in strategic communication from Texas A&M University, and I now have a job in technical sales at L2 Aerospace. Lauren, I'll pass it on to you.
Hi, my name is Lauren Hanley, and I was a Girl Scout just like you for 13 years. I joined Girl Scouts in kindergarten and did it all through high school and loved every minute of it. And I got my Gold Award in 2013 for a project I did creating a summer camp for children about photography. And I got a college scholarship for my Gold Award and used that to go to the University of Texas at Austin. And while I was at college, I had an internship at NASA. I'm currently a graduate student at the University of Washington, and I'll receive my PhD here in a few years.
Hi, my name is Holly Fitch, and I'll be one of your hosts through these video series. I am so excited to share with you my passion for science, technology, engineering, and math, or STEM. I am a former Girl Scout of 12 years, and I received my Gold Award by hosting a 5K that supported a local food bank. Now, I work as a chemical engineer in a refinery where we make the products that fuel cars, boats, and planes. I always loved science and math growing up, and Girl Scouts helped me develop the leadership skills and resourcefulness that I need to be the engineer I am today. I hope you're as excited as I am to learn all about science in space.
T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
Hello, my name is Sydney, and welcome to this introductory video on space science. I will be your host for these series of videos. We're going to cover many topics on how to get to space, and I have a team of scientists that are going to share their expertise of space and science with you. Today, we have our expert, Lauren Hanley, on the International Space Station and the science that goes on there. Lauren, I'll turn it over to you.
Thank you, Sydney. Let's go ahead and check out what's new on the International Space Station.
5. All 3 engines up and burning. 2, 1. 0, and liftoff, the final liftoff of Atlantis. On the shoulders of the space shuttle, America will continue the dream.
Did you know that humans have been living in space for over 20 years? Since the year 2000, more than 200 astronauts have spent time living in humanity's second home, the International Space Station, or ISS. The ISS is a huge spacecraft that orbits around the Earth 16 times every single day. It's about as big as a 5-bedroom house and has large solar panels to power the ship that extend from both sides, making the whole thing as long as a football field. Inside, there are laboratories where astronauts conduct experiments with scientists on the ground at NASA. There are also areas where astronauts can eat, sleep, exercise, or relax when they aren't doing science. The ISS is good at making the atmosphere inside safe for humans, but there is something important to life on Earth that it doesn't have: gravity. Gravity is the force that keeps your feet on the ground. It's what makes apples fall from trees, and even what makes the space station go around the Earth. When astronauts are on the International Space Station, there's very little gravity. This can cause some interesting problems. In places with little gravity, which scientists call microgravity or zero-G, it's hard to do simple things like make food, wash your hair, or exercise. While living in zero-G can sometimes be a lot of fun, there's a lot that we don't know about how living things survive when they spend a long time in space, so we have to conduct experiments to figure all that out. Studying how plants grow in space can help us think about how astronauts will grow food during long-term space travel, like when we go to Mars. The closest thing we can get to creating zero-G on Earth is by sticking a bunch of equipment and astronauts into this massive pool. You may have noticed how when you go swimming, you can float around without touching the bottom of the pool. This is similar to how weightlessness can feel in space. When the astronauts practice working in the pool, they can get a feel for what it's like to live and work when experiencing weightlessness. But even though the pool can help astronauts practice, it is impossible to imitate the low gravity of space for scientific experiments, so they have to be done in space. These kinds of experiments are important to NASA's big goal for long-term space travel, as we endeavor to go back to the moon and onto planet Mars. These experiments are the building blocks for the future of science and human spaceflight. What experiments would you fly on the International Space Station? Back to you, Sydney.
Thank you, Lauren. Wow, that was amazing. How cool is it that humans have been living in space for the last 20 years? You can learn from our team about what goes on in space and the many jobs that you can have one day too. Thank you for joining us on the first of our many videos on space science. We are looking forward to talking to you soon.